All right, next one. Maybe the biggest one of the day in a way. Well, they're all big unto themselves. Carolina, Ohio State. Give me
Man.
your big takeaway with Carolina.
It was a toughness win. And that's a team that I think we've not seen that a lot from. I would say Caleb Love still makes me shake my head and just be like, what is happening? Some of the shots he's taking, he's so streaky. I mean, he makes a couple, and all of a sudden you're like, this dude could literally run off 10 in a row. He's that type of player, but he takes some shots where you're just like, what am I watching? But with that being said, I felt like they did a better job late in the game, and honestly, end of the first half, end of the second half, of getting Baycott the ball. You get Baycott some touches, even if you can play inside out through him. I just think that when you throw him the basketball, good things happen. But a really frustrating loss for Ohio State in the sense that you had the game won. Your freshmen, honestly, they've got some freshmen who are really good players. Bruce Thornton is going to be a really good player.
How big
is a freaking beast.
How big are both those dudes? They
tanks.
look like seniors. They're built like football players.
Bruce Thornton is like Isaac Likely, just again,
he could shoot it. He could shoot it a little bit,
but with a much. Yeah, I meant just body type. And they honestly missed Ice. They missed his ball handling late in the game. The press really hurt them. Just having an experienced ball handler out there. But Bruce Thornton is a stud, and Bryce Sensabaugh is a stud. Now, Sensabaugh's defense is not great, but him as a scorer is so impressive to see.
And the kid Okpara played well.
Just got in foul trouble because he's not physically ready for what Armando Baycott.
But he did a good job.
But he's got some ability. Yeah.
To be honest, I feel like he could be a key because they need length. They need Zed Key. I mean, I love him to death, but again, he's like what? What is he? 6'6.5"?
Yeah, I think he's a little taller than that.
Is he? All right, maybe 6'7". All right, my take on this one was I loved the fact that Hubert Davis on the final play of regulation, when Sensabaugh hit the shot with 2 seconds left, first he advanced the ball, called timeout. I think everybody in the arena thought he was going to give the ball to Caleb Love and let him jack it. And he didn't. He finally, I think they finally understood that, you know what? We're not going to go sink or swim with Caleb Love anymore. We're going to find the open guy. We're going to get somebody, whoever it is. We've got enough options. We got 4 options in the court that can all score, right? Caleb, RJ, Baycott, and I think Pete Nance is capable.
He can score.
Correct.
I mean, he's been made a scapegoat in all this, and that's not fair.
Nope.
Because their guards have not played nearly as well as what everybody's been like. Well, Pete Nance is no Brady Manick. No, I mean, he might not be the shooter he is, but they have struggled because their guards have not been as good as 100%. They were in the tournament.
100%. But I just think Hubert and the staff might have learned through Portland that, hey, you know what? We're not doing this shit anymore. We're not doing this with Caleb. Like, it doesn't work. He can be the hero, but as many times he can be the hero, we've seen it this year. I mean, they lost 4 straight, and a lot of those were just letting him go. And I think the beauty of this team is, again, 4 really good players, and find the one that's open. Find the one that's open.
I would say 5. Leaky Black is an elite role player,
just not an offensive player.
No, not a scorer, but he's
right. So I'm saying they got really 4 offensive options.
Okay. Yep.
And move the ball, and even Leaky, get him wide. Nobody's going to guard him. So you know what? Like, go Leaky, take uncontested 12-footers all day, or drive it. Just drive it to the basket when you get it. You can do that. You can finish around the rim.
Think about this, though, Jeff. Caleb Love puts up a stat line. It's an overtime game, so this gets inflated a little bit, but 22 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 turnovers.
Yeah.
And he's 8 of 20. And I still was like, at times, 4 of 13 from 3. But at times, I'm just like, what the hell is happening? And even Bill Ratchery's calling the game. He was even like, what is this?
Because he doesn't know when.
But that helped him last year because he was just making huge shots, and I don't think it didn't affect him because he doesn't have a conscience of shooting the ball,
And he
feels no pressure with that stuff.
No, he still doesn't.